Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green, manager of the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys. As you can see, we are in a tight race. Oh my gosh, Huddersfield we have a game in hand over Huddersfield, but they are 6 points above us. We don't really need to win the championship, but we really need to finish second. So this game is truly important. There's 3 games left in the season. As you can see, Cardiff are terrible. So we should be able to win this game. Meredith, is everything okay? You don't seem confident. We're not going to even worry about game sound right now because we're up against Cardiff City. The pressure it's too intense. I think they have one of our former goalkeepers, Camp. Anyway, I'm going to solve a problem that came from somebody who donated to the Project for Awesome. Is Lindsay from Edu2. You can find their channel in the description, and the problem is related to the channel. By the way, you can see me there, Mr. Managerinho, looking very nervous, very nervous ahead of this big game. We're starting our best players. Not really, not all of them, but some of our best players. Anyway, Lindsay writes, I'm a teacher that started making educational videos 3 years ago. I wanted to create the videos that I always wanted when I was an international school teacher working with many students with different needs. A few years ago, I began making them as a full-time passion project and uploading them for free. It's become an overwhelming and expensive task. I'm researching, writing, voicing, sound editing, illustrating, and animating all of the videos, and because I'm doing so much, I often miss deadlines. I can't afford to pay people what they deserve to help me with these tasks, and I haven't had a day off in a few years. Is it wrong to ask for help when unable to pay people properly? Is there some time management magic tip to help me accomplish all these tasks? Help. So I don't think there is a magical time management tip, at least not in my experience. I think that, like Sarah and I always say that everything takes longer than you expect it to. That's like the nature of probably all work, but certainly working in online video is that every part of the task takes more time and energy and effort than you expect it to, whether that's sound editing or animation or writing. It's just all very time consuming, especially when you're writing, heavily researched work that's intended to be used in an educational setting for students. Like, you have to have a level of rigor to that work that just doesn't align with getting things done super fast. Like, there's this famous line in Silicon Valley that the right business strategy is to move quickly and break things. But when it comes to education, you don't really want to move quickly and break things because you're talking about, human lives and how they develop and whether they learn effectively. I don't really want to risk breaking that in the name of, whatever it is that my goals are for my, oh God, that could have been a goal. Whatever it is that the goals are for my, my business and our learning community. So I just don't think there is a magical time management solution. And the fact that you haven't had a day off in years makes me feel like you're asking a lot of yourself, and maybe that's part of the reason why you feel so burnt out and overwhelmed. Now, I think that there's 2 things that I'm going to recommend in this situation. One is to reach out to people who may be in your community and who maybe want to help and are in a position to help. And if you can be transparent with them and honest with them about the financial situation of your work, the financial situation of your channel. Some people donate to educational video projects on Patreon. Some people donate by volunteering their time and energy and effort. Like with the art assignment, there are volunteer moderators who do an amazing... Oh, God, I should have scored there. Dominic Solanke, that was reprehensible. I'm going to sell you. I'm going to sell you for that. Oh, God. John Green puts that in the back of the net 10 times out of 10. We all know it. We're all thinking it. I'm just the only one saying it. Anyway, like, so I don't think that, like, I do think that, like, it's important to pay people for their work. We try really hard to pay people who work for us fairly, and not rely on, like, oh, we're making educational videos, so we, don't need, so you don't deserve a 401k. But we are also in a position to do that, right? Because, like, we have other jobs, and, like, and Complexly, the educational media company that makes, Crash Course and SciShow and the Art Assignment and lots of other stuff, like, Complexly doesn't need to, pay Hank and I a bunch of money, because we have other jobs, and, so I think our situation is a bit of an outlier. I think if you're transparent with your audience, and you're honest with them, and you're honest with yourself, then it's not a problem to ask if there are people who have talents and are interested in volunteering, and who believe in what you're doing, and are interested in finding ways to support it, through sharing their talents with you or with your work. I again, though, I think that, to me, it all comes down to honesty. Because if you're, like, secretly making $1 million a year while you're relying on volunteer labor, like, that's a problem. Oh God, that could have been the end of our season. Oof. They're already suggesting a substitution, which just seems too early. I'm not going to do it yet. So I think, for my mind, it really is about keeping honest the relationship between you and your community. It's too soon. I'm not taking off Frankenstein. He had a really good game in his last game. Get there, Solanke. Oh, Dominic Solanke. Come on, guys. Come on. Turn. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. All right, we got to make some changes at halftime before I finish fixing your question. I've got to finish fixing my life and my football team. I mean, we have got to find a way to get... Who do we even have on the bench? What is this bench? This is a disastrous bench. We're bringing on Vinny Thrill. We're bringing on Anoma. And then, are we going to bring on Dean Parrott? Are we making all 3 substitutions at halftime? We are? Okay. All right. I like the boldness, but I hope there's no injuries. We really need a goal. In fact, we're going to go attacking, because the truth is, without a goal here, we probably have to go to the playoffs, and I really don't want to go to the playoffs. I can't handle the stress. It's John Green. Oh, devastating. I think you also may have to give yourself time off. Whether that means changing the upload schedule, I don't know. Oh my God, it happened. Get up there, Anoma. Get up there and dance with the fans. Tell them you love them. Show them it's amazing. Anoma, I'm a genius for bringing on Anoma at halftime. I'm a managerial wonderkind. I'm 73 years old. I can't be a wonderkind. I am the greatest manager of this or any generation. Look at that finish from Anoma, my halftime substitute. Some would say I should have started him and we would have scored in the first half. But it doesn't matter. We score in the second half. We're 1-0 up against the bad guys of Cardiff City. AFC Wimbledon. We're on our way home. And are we on our way to the Premier League? Only time will tell. That was a really bad slide tackle. So I think... we all burn out if we push our passion projects to a place where they take over our lives and we don't have anything else besides them. Like, I don't think anyone can withstand the kind of pressure that comes with not having... Get there, John Green. Oh, it's absolutely... I mean, it's total football. Are we Barca? Are we Barca? Are we Barca in disguise? It's just... It couldn't have been any better. It's John Green just running away from his friends and family. It's... The incredibly handsome keeper is humiliated. AFC Wimbledon fans going bonkers. Everything is beautiful and nothing hurts. Look at this pass from Vinny Thrill, and then first time ball John Green into the back of the net. Cool as you like, side-footing it, humiliating the keeper, going near post. He's very sweaty, but it looks kind of good on him. I'm a sweater too, so you must come by it honestly. I just think you can't be so hard on yourself that you never have a day off, that I think at some point it just becomes, it, I understand very, very well, pushing yourself because you want to pursue your professional dreams and because you really believe in the mission of what you're doing, because I do that too. And I've been doing it for 15 years now. And there are lots of times when I feel super overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that I have to do. And I feel, when I get really frustrated with myself for putting myself in a situation that, where I have to work crazy hours and all that. That's, oh my God. That's the greatest goal AFC Wimbledon have ever scored. I don't know what else to say. I'm not even celebrating because I forgot how to celebrate because I'm so excited. I like it when you go into the stands, Dominic Solanke. And by the way, I won't sell you. I forgive you. I apologize for saying I was going to sell you before, but you were so bad then. And then what I did was, look at this, one touch passing, one touch, goal. I mean, it's beautiful. We are not just winning now, we're crushing our opponents. I didn't change the skill level, I promise. Meredith can attest to the fact that I double-checked the skill level to make sure that it was appropriate for my skill level before we started the game. All right. The thing is, your work doesn't do anyone any good if it overwhelms you so much that you're unable to function. And that's what I try to remind myself of when I get in that position, that the work that I want to do, the difference I want to make, the changes I want to see in the world, none of that stuff is going to happen if I'm making myself, if I'm pushing myself so hard that my life and my health are in danger. It just doesn't happen. So that's why I would really, really encourage you to find a way to say to your audience, I'm going to take a few weeks off. I also think uploading on a schedule matters a lot less to the YouTube algorithm than it used to matter. Look at Kurzgesagt, look at CGP Grey. You don't have to upload a video every week or even every 2 weeks in order to have a successful YouTube channel anymore. And so I think sometimes we need to give ourselves a little Vinny Thrill. You got to score there, buddy. We need to give ourselves a break in order to be able to come back to the work with fresh eyes and with fresh passion and with an understanding. I am probably saying that to myself as much as I'm saying it to you, because I've been working probably a little too hard of late, but it's hard not to. There's Mr. Managerinho, managerial wonderkin, 73-year-old managerial wonderkin. Ball John Green is just a smidge offside. It's one thing that I don't like about Ball John Green is there's a certain lack of tactical awareness on his part that is of some concern to me. We've had talks in the training room about the importance of the training room on the training pitch, about the importance not just of tactical awareness, but of showing some hustle. Right there, you saw it again, Ball John Green walking back to a ball instead of running back to a ball. And he is a genius. He is wildly talented, but talent doesn't mean anything if you don't, dang it, it's 3-1. If you don't have the effort and the work ethic and the real desire. And I think that's why we are at 3-1 instead of 4-0 right now. So that's something that we'll be talking about after the game. But on the other hand, maybe Ball John Green needs to be kind to himself, and needed a little self-care, and that's why he was offsides in that situation. I don't know, but that could have been an amazing goal. Great turn. Anyway, it's just I know that I know that I understand wanting something really badly and fighting really hard for it, and I think that's commendable. But I think at a certain point, you don't want to endanger your health in the name of of anything, but especially not work. So I hope that you'll find some balance. I can only imagine how difficult it is, and I'm sorry that you're going through it, and I wish you well. AFC Wimbledon, after a 0-0 nervy first half, as you can see there, Mr. Managerinho, pure class, thanking his opponent for the opportunity to smite them. AFC Wimbledon now, I believe, we've put ourselves into second place, which is an automatic promotion spot with 2 games to go. So we got to keep this up, Dominic Solanke. That was terrible. But you scored a goal, so you're not getting sold. Just got to keep the pressure on them. Thanks for watching. Best wishes.